Okay, what's up, guys? Hey, it's Ben, bShawReacts, back with some more reactions for you. You saw the thumbnail, you know what we're working on. Just finished up the Lateralus album, and wow, right? What an album! What an album! That I think is going to be one of the hardest things for me to put out of mind. Just how excellent it really was. In order to move forward and listen to these guys, I think that the bar has been set pretty high. I know that you guys keep telling me that as I listen, that the songs are just going to get better and stuff's just going to keep getting better. But I'm kind of like how? If it gets too much better, I'm going to explode because my freaking chest is going to pop out. I literally, there were times during this album, Lateralis, that I was wholeheartedly like involved and enveloped into this music, and it was hitting me so hard. It's like almost like a literal gut punch. How much it gets into your psyche and your thoughts and your feels. I mean, it just kind of, it's mind-boggling to me that a band that when I first started listening to this, I was kind of like, yeah, I don't know, guys, this is kind of weird, not my thing. I'm just kind of not feeling it. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, yeah. So, yeah, I had somebody mention that they're waiting to see a Tool shirt come across your screen, and it's funny you should mention that because I was looking at Amazon and I think I found some couple of Tool shirts that I might just be getting. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. That's just me being goofy. Listen, I consider myself a fan already. So I don't know how to raise the bar much higher than where they're sitting. I think that they can maintain that level. I don't see them going in reverse at all. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Right? I'm still new to all of this, and I'm just trying to be as open-minded as possible and just kind of go with the flow. So that's what I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to keep listening. And, I know that there's songs with this band that you're supposed to listen to with other songs. And if you don't do it in certain orders, then you can mess up the whole flow. And look, I get what you guys are saying about all that, and it's cool. But, So I guess what I'm trying to say is nothing that I've listened to yet, up till this point, right? Up until this Salival album, I've heard every song in their discography up until this point, and there's been nothing that I've heard that I would say like I didn't like, or I didn't have some sort of feeling when listening to it at certain points. So even though I know, like, leading from one song into the next, if there's a pause in the middle, like I know with Parable and Parabola, you guys are like, I cannot believe you listened to that with a pause in the middle. You ruined the song. And no. Just because you heard it on the disc when you had the disc back in 1990 or 2000 or whatever the year was, just because you heard it that way and that's how you heard it for the first time, doesn't mean that my first experience with it was crap or trash or I didn't get the full vibe. Don't come on me like that, dog. Like, I heard it. I heard both songs and I felt it. And dude, the feelings were still there. Yes, there was a pause in the middle of the song. I can't help that. I don't have the physical album in order to not have a pause. So I don't know. I'm just trying not to let all that little stuff mess with me. I just want to hear great music and react to it. and give you guys a true feeling of where I'm coming from. That's all. Anyway, so let's move forward. Tool Salival. I'm pretty sure that all the songs on here are just like repeats of stuff that we've heard. I don't know, because the Merkaba, don't remember seeing that. LAMC, I don't remember seeing Maynard's Dick. And I don't remember. I don't know. Maybe not. Like, I know Third Eye I've heard. I don't think I've heard Part of Me. Push It, I'm pretty sure I've heard. Message to Harry Manback, I've heard. I don't know. I'm just going to listen to it and just kind of go with the flow. And if it sounds familiar, then I'll remember. And if it doesn't, then I'll just act like it's my first time hearing it, because that's what it's going to come across to me as. So I don't know. It says live behind most of these songs. And yeah, so I'm thinking it's going to be a little different. And look, this first one's like 14 minutes long or something. The next one's like 3 minutes or so, and then it looks like 10 minutes. So I'm going to break this up a little bit. I mean, I'm not going to like sit here for an hour and listen to all this at once. So there'll be a few, yeah. All right, let's get into it. I've been talking way too long, and it's time. So remember, I have a Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff, all the social media stuff I do have. And yeah, so if you want to give me a follow over there, you can come join me up. And I'm usually a little bit further ahead on Patreon. It's a little bit easier to post things and share things that don't get blocked all the time by YouTube. All this stupid copyright stuff. YouTube needs to get with the program and stop all this ignorance. Anyways, let's hit play.
Think for yourself.
Right?
Question authority.
Yes.
Think for yourself.
Yes.
Question authority.
Absolutely.
Throughout human history, as our species has faced the frightening, terrorizing fact that we do not know who we are or where we're going in this ocean of chaos, it has been the authorities, the political, the religious, the educational authorities who attempted to comfort us by giving us order, rules, regulations, forming in our minds their view of reality. To think for yourself, you must question authority and learn how to put yourself in a state of vulnerable, open-mindedness, chaotic, confused vulnerability to inform yourself. Think for yourself, question authority, think for yourself, question authority, think for yourself, question authority, think for yourself, think for yourself.
All right. Hold the front door. This is live? Did I not read that correctly? I thought it said live. Salival. Full album. Third Eye live. Holy shit, dude. Like, at first I thought I was listening to an like cut from Studio Cut, right? And then I'm sitting here and I'm listening and I'm like zoning out. And then I'm like, wait, I read live. And then I hear him do that scream. And I'm like, yeah, I remember the scream. But I don't, like, damn, dude, you did that live. The guitars and the bass sound phenomenal. Like, dude, the drums, the drumming, let's just put it that way, just so on point. Like, it's like he's a master just to the clicks. Like, holy crap. Like, for real. Okay, so I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Some people just get all the damn talent, right? They get all the talent. There's some of us out here who have to sit down and practice and practice and practice and practice. I'm talking thousands of hours of practice. And these guys are just like I'm sure they practice, okay? I'm exaggerating. Don't be like that. I understand they put a lot into their craft too. You better believe that these guys practice their asses off in order to put on a show like what you're hearing right now. They don't just meet up, go over a few songs, and then come and play a show, and then it's just going to fall together perfectly. That doesn't happen. The only reason you get what you get out of this band is because of what they put into it. So be grateful for the fact that these guys are so dedicated to their craft that they've sat down and they have worked through hours and thousands of hours of just, no, not that way. We're going to do it this way. No, we're not going to do it that way. We're going to do it this way. No, put this here and then we'll put that there. They do that a lot, I guarantee you, in order to do what you're hearing right now. This doesn't just fall in their lap. It's not that easy, guys. As great as they are as musicians, they still have to practice their craft. Okay, now get off my high horse. Yeah, don't judge me, damn it. This is insane. All right, I backed it up a little bit. Let's go. Also, damn it, I had to stop here, and because if I don't mention this now, I'm going to forget. And I want to throw it out there because I want it to be said and I want it to be acknowledged. This guitar that you see right here in the background, right, that I'm pointing at over here, this Silver Burst Les Paul custom shop, might I add, is my baby. That is my pride and joy. That is my one thing in life. That's the one thing in life that and my acoustic up here. This acoustic and that guitar over there are the two. Well, okay, so this bass over here is the first bass that I bought and ever learned how to play. So it will forever remain mine. That's a Schecter C4 if you're curious, if you know anything about basses. And this Schecter here is my baby. That's the one also that I upgraded to after having this one for a while. And then I went and pretty much doubled in price and bought this guy. And so it became my pride and joy. But anyway, so those two basses are the two that I practiced on and learned to play. This acoustic here is one of the first really expensive Taylor acoustics that I ever bought. I have a couple of acoustics. You don't see them around. I mean, I have others hanging on this wall, and then I have some hanging over here. Anyway, so my point is, through the years, again, you got to remember I've been in this music thing for like 30, 35 years now. So I've accumulated quite a bit of gear, and I've become a gear junkie, if you would. I did not blow my money on drugs and alcohol and stupidity, and so I spent my money wisely and bought things, nice things. And when I say nice things, I'm talking about this guy. That was a very expensive. Yeah. So a lot of you guys have mentioned, like, dude, you've got an Adam Jones guitar, like right there in the background. That's the exact color and everything that he plays. And cool. I didn't buy that because of the guitarist from Tool, and in fact, I didn't know that he played a Silverburst guitar, which he probably doesn't play this model. It's probably not the same year as the one that he's got and all that stuff. The specs are probably somewhere near the same, as it is a custom shop guitar, so they're not cheap. But I'm sure his was probably in the $10,000-$15,000 range. I'm not really sure, but I'm sure that, his was built for him, and he went to talk to the people wherever he had it built and told them exactly what he wanted and what his specs were. And I'm sure that was part of the deal. But anyways, all I'm saying is, yes, I do have what seems to be the looking guitar that Adam plays. And someone came at me in the comments recently and they said, dude, you should really talk more about the guitar when you're listening to this stuff and just mention more about the guitar. Well, listen, I don't play guitar like that. So yes, I hear the guitar. Yes, I know guitar. I know how to play guitar. The basics. I'm decent. I'm not saying I'm like great, but I know enough. Bass is more or less where I like to keep my player level type stuff, but I know some things about guitar too. So when I hear the guitar parts, yes, while I'm hearing them, and especially with Tool, there's a lot of just different approaches that he uses whenever, and his technique, his skill set is a little different than what I do. He knows more about his gadgets and his amps and his pedals or effects pedals, whatever it is that he's running effects through. I'm not into his specs, so I don't know his stuff like that, right? Just like when I was playing bass, people didn't know what I was playing through. They would come up and they're like, dude, what do you have running? And they would come look at my chain, and they would see, when I say chain, my pedal chain. And they're like, wow, you're using chorus effects, you're using distortion. You have a distortion pedal on your guitar, on your bass? And I'm like, well, yeah. So I played effects and stuff too. So anyway, I'm just saying, it's cool. It's very cool to hear other people's techniques and what they do and why they do it. But I like to hear from the guitarist himself, if that makes any sense at all. And I'm not sure if Adam's done that, or if they do any kind of interviews like that, or if he would be the one to say yeah, well, I use this and this and this and this. I use this on this album and this on this song. Some guitarists do it. Some guitarists don't want any part of it. They don't want to tell anybody about anything that they do because they don't want to go down that rabbit hole. So I'm just saying, I didn't buy anything based off of what anyone else had. I bought things based off of what I wanted, right? So I've always wanted a Les Paul, a custom shop at that, and I was in the market looking and searching for probably about, I don't know, maybe 5 years. And I came across quite a few different, Cherry Burst and all kinds of beautiful guitars. I found a gold top once. I was this close from buying a gold top Les Paul, and I was like, it's a lot of money and, you're only going to get one. So, I had to make some decisions and I decided to wait and hold off. I don't like making rash decisions when it comes to things that are expensive like that. I'm still kind of kicking myself in the ass for not buying that gold top. I'm not going to lie. I probably should have bought that guitar. But, you live and you learn. So I wound up coming across this guy on for sale, and I was like, wait, I've never saw a silver burst Les Paul. So I was kind of like, wow, that's pretty cool. Like, I kind of like that. And so I bought it. And it's been with me now for quite a few years. Anyways, so that's my gear lineup behind me that you see. There's another bass hanging on this wall. It's a Fender. It's a P bass, and it's another great one. And then I have another Epiphone acoustic over here in front of me, on the side of me. And then there's a Fender hanging on that wall guitar, and an LTD that I bought off of someone that I really enjoy. So anyways, I have a lot of stuff. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So anyways, let's get back to the music, damn it. I've been talking too much. Wow. Whew. You can hear the pupil.
Shrouding all the ground around me is the soul that grew above me. Black as older than a memory. Blue as our new second sun. I stick my hand into the shadow. pieces from the sand. Try attempt to reassemble. So just join mine and band. I do not recognize the vessel, but the eyes seem so familiar, like phosphorescent desert buttons, singing one familiar song.
Take my
No, no, no. Stop. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. Making me go like, dude, I want to just keep going so bad. No, back it up. Back it up. Back it up. And stop right there. Okay. So that's it for this reaction. What the hell do you guys expect me to say? Like, okay, so yes, it does get better the more you listen to it, the more that you hear these songs, the more familiar you become with them. It absolutely becomes like a rite of passage almost. Like, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, I remember that part. Oh yeah, I remember this part. And I remember thinking in the first reaction, the prying open my third eye thing, that I was like, I kind of understood it, but then I was kind of like a little confused because I'm like, well, I thought third eye was already open. And then he's like, I'm prying it open. And then I had to think about it. And then I kind of started to understand it. And then I reread the lyrics and I'm like, oh, kind of get this now. And then this song meaning, and you know, this is all after the fact, after I've already done my reaction and posted it. And then I look like a complete idiot because I completely missed some of the meanings of different songs. I don't care. Like that doesn't bother me in the least because I never claimed to be an expert at any of this. I'm just telling you guys, like, I listened to it just like you guys did for the first time. And I'm hearing these things for the second time and sometimes third time. Sometimes it's the 10,000th time because I've been playing it on repeat. Anyways, all I'm saying, I don't know what else to say other than holy hell, right? Sometimes I think the best thing to say is nothing at all. I think that sometimes you just allow yourself to feel and just close your eyes and take in what you're absorbing and listening to and really feel it. Dude, it can blow your mind. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'll die on that hill. Just letting you guys know. It's getting late. It's like 11 o'clock and I need to get my ass in bed. And I'm sitting here listening to these Tool songs and I'm hyping myself up and my blood pressure's elevating. That's all I'm saying. I don't know how you're supposed to lay down and go to sleep when I know that the rest of this album is going to completely kick ass. And I'm so excited to get to the next song, especially after what I just heard. I don't believe I've ever heard that drum roll from Tool. The part of me that I just listened to, I don't believe I've ever heard those few seconds of song. So I think this is going to be a new experience for me. I don't know, guys. I'm just telling you, I'm into this. I'm completely absolved. I'm in. I'm not absolved. Absorbed. I'm sucked in. That's all I'm saying. Yes. And if you haven't pried open your third eye and you've heard that song a couple of times and still haven't done so, something's wrong with you. Yeah, something's wrong with you. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. And yeah, I'm going to go try to lay down with the wife. And she's laying in the bed with my puppy daughter. And they are sleeping. And I'm going to go wake them up and be like, yo, what are you doing? I probably shouldn't do that. I might get shot. It's Friday night and she's tired. So, all right. I guess I'll get up tomorrow and do some more reactions because I'm excited to hear this. Man, it's going to be really hard to lay in that bed and not get up and come back in here and record. Decisions. Okay, I'm going to bed. All right. Appreciate you guys, and I will see you on the next one.